wait is finally over. Chevrolet has given us the totally refreshed 2022 Silverado. And behind me, I have the Trailboss Edition, LT. And this one comes with a 2.7 liter turbocharged engine, able to produce 310 horsepower, 430 foot-pounds of torque, and you could tow up to 9,500 pounds with this truck and that engine configuration. There's other engine configurations with different power ratings and towing ratings, and I'll touch on that a little bit later. But today I'm going to review this Trailboss Edition and show you exactly what cool features that Chevrolet has fitted to this refresh model, exterior, interior. I'm Devin from the Hickman Automotive Group, here again with another review. If you haven't subscribed to our channel already, I recommend you do so. We have automotive reviews and automotive content on the way. So with that out of the way, let's dive in and take a look at this brand new 2022 Trailboss Silverado. Now, as mentioned, Chevrolet does allow for two other engine options for this truck for 2022. That's the 5.3 liter V8 with 355 horsepower and 383 foot-pounds of torque, made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission with a tow capacity of up to 11,200 pounds. You can also opt for the 6.2 liter V8 with 420 horsepower and 460 foot-pounds of torque, with a tow rating of 13,300 pounds. All right, with the power plants out of the way, let's talk about the exterior look of this new 2022 refresh from Chevrolet. Up front, we have a giant black bow tie on this Trailboss Edition. We have a nice slotted grille, which is a nice new design for this model year. Up top, we have a really aggressive hood and hood scoop, much what you would see on like a muscle car, like a Camaro or something like that, and it looks really good on this truck, really menacing if someone's looking in the rearview mirror. It's a very aggressive look, and I think it looks fantastic for this truck. Down below, we have our red recovery tow hooks with our Trailboss package and the Z71 badging in the grille as well, which I'll touch on a little bit later, what that Z71 and the Trailboss means. We have our daytime running lights and headlights in one housing here, going down to our slotted grills. And right down low here, in this low grille section here, we'll find our fog lights hidden down below, so it's not so intrusive and really ties into the body lines really nicely. So at the front end, looks really good. Well done, Chevrolet. Let's move towards the side here now. All right, move around the side here. We have our 18 gloss black rims. You can get up to a 20-inch if you so desire. We have our Goodyear rubber here as well, which is a mud terrain tire with a really thick thread, which is really good for going off the beaten path. We have our side steps here, which really finishes off the aggressive look. And of course, we'll find our Z71 badging here as well. And now what the Z71 and Trailboss means is that this truck comes fitted to go off-road. So you got a skid plate, a 2-inch lift kit from factory. We have a rear locking differential, and we have Rancho shocks in the back as well, which is fantastic for hitting any off-road track that you want to go on. This truck can certainly handle it. Moving down the side here, we'll see our shark fan antenna up top. We have keyless entry, so you keep the key in your pocket, you hit this button to lock and unlock the vehicle, which is awesome. If we move all the way back here, we do have our bid in the back, our gas cap here, and we have a Trailboss badging right here as well, so everybody knows that you're driving a Trailboss, which is fantastic. A great looking side profile from the truck, and as you can see, we have a little tiny spoiler up here as well to tie in that aggressive front hood that we talked about. Now if we move towards the back here, see our side steps here, one on each side, which makes it super easy to get into your bid of your truck, which is great to see. We have LED tail lights back here as well, and we have Chevrolet etched into the back of our tailgate. We have our Silverado and LT badging finished in chrome here. We have our tow hitch and tow hitch connections here, and our backup camera and our trailer backup camera here as well. So what the trailer backup camera does, it gives you the ability to hook onto a trailer and guide yourself back onto your ball hitch by yourself. You don't need a guide or anything like that. The truck will help you guide yourself back, so you can hook up your trailer by yourself. A super convenient feature to have for sure. We have electrically controlled tailgate here, which has slow open, so you don't have to slam it down. Back here, we'll find lots of tie downs that we can put stuff in, and we have a 120 volt charger back here as well that you can put any power tools that you may need. The liftgate is super light and easy to snap back up. So overall, Chevrolet did a fantastic job redesigning the exterior of this truck, but honestly, the true magic of this new design comes from the interior. So let's dive into the interior and show all the cool features and new redesign that Chevrolet has put into a truck. And I gotta admit, the interior of this doesn't make it feel like a truck, and I'm so excited to show you guys, so let's dive in. Now, before we hop inside and I show you the full redesigned interior of the Silverado, let's talk about our trim levels. So starting out, we have our base work truck. Moving up from there, we have our custom, an LT, RST, custom Trailboss, LT Trailboss, a ZR2, which is new for this year, which is a fully dedicated off-road machine, and an LTZ. And finally, we have our fully luxury loaded model, the High Country. Prices range from $31,000 Canadian for the work truck and can run well up to $80,000 plus when we're looking at the fully loaded High Country. The model that we're in today, the Trailboss LT with the 2.7 liter 4-cylinder, is priced at $61,000 Canadian. All right, now with all the trim levels out of the way, let's finally show off that beautiful, new, redesigned Silverado interior. All right, so here we are in the brand new interior of the 2022 Silverado, and guys, it is beautiful. Chevrolet did such a good job at redesigning this interior that it almost doesn't feel truck-like. And what I say by that is that I find manufacturers, when they make a truck interior, they make it feel rugged and tough, and they make it feel like a truck. I don't know about you, but I feel like most truck people, when they buy a truck, are not fully using their truck daily as a truck should be used. They're mostly using it to run to the store, run down the road, go visit friends and stuff. So they want a comfortable, nice interior. And guys, Chevrolet has given that here. This interior, even on a standard truck, we get this interior pretty much with the 13-inch screen and the digital dash and all that. That comes standard, which is fantastic. This interior makes you feel like you're driving a really nice family SUV or something like that. I know some people may not like that, but it's a really nice upgrade from the previous generation, and honestly a nice upgrade over a lot of its competition in this realm of what a truck interior can be. Now, this truck does have the bench seating right here as well, so we don't get the full center console that Chevrolet does offer on the other trim levels, but a bench seating is convenient for some people if you are into that as well. But the interior here, guys, I got to say, Chevrolet nailed it. They hit it out of the park with this interior. I absolutely love this for a truck interior. It almost makes me, not big on trucks, want a truck because the interior is that nice. So let's dive in and see all the cool features that we have and our button layout of this new interior. So starting out, we have to talk about this massive 13.4-inch multi-touch infotainment display, which is, wait for it, like I said, standard across the full lineup of 2022 Silverados. So that means you don't have to worry about upping a trim level to get the nice infotainment screen, something the competition certainly does not offer. So the screen is large, like we said, coming in at 13.4 inches, which is great for navigating around the new I/O. Response time is awesome, and the quick animations are pleasant due to GM now using a Google back interface for its screen I/O. The screen itself is sharp and bright, and the colors are very vivid. It's easy to see in any harsh sunlight, and of course we have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto pre-installed. Now that's not the only screen we have in this model. We also have a 12.3-inch driver display right ahead of our steering wheel, and the animations and the sharp, crisp colors on it are fantastic. The interface and what information you can display on there, how Chevrolet has laid it out, really makes this feel like a very modern vehicle. And as it is, it's a very modern design, very modern interior, and that driver display is no different. So again, let's talk about this design of this interior. Like I said, we have a bench seat here for this trim model, but you can get one that has a full center console with storage below. Our shifter now is here set up on the steering wheel itself. So let's talk about the actual design of the interior and the materials that we'll find in this material moving into 2022 from Chevrolet. Depending on the trim level, the interior finish can change. For example, on this trim we have this nice real wood inlay. Yep, that's real wood. It wraps around the dash and stretches onto our door panels as well. Around the dash and the interior we'll find this nice black stitched leather, which is super comfortable and nice feeling material. However, on certain trim levels, the wood inlay may be a more metal plastic look, and on the ZR2, the stitching actually comes in a green or yellow neon kind of color to show that you're in something a little bit more special. However, the interior materials in here are great. Everywhere you put your hand is a nice soft touch material, and it feels of quality. The new screen here with the black piano wrapped around it really screams more of a luxury class vehicle than a actual truck, and even a off-roady truck like the Trailboss is. The interior specs are fantastic. Nice chrome work around our speakers and grille and our door panels. Nice padding on our door. It's a very comfortable spot to be. And the steering wheel is leather wrapped. It is heated on certain trim levels, and we have some commands. So let's talk about those commands right now as well. So on our left side here, we have our cruise control, our forward collision warning system that we can toggle on and off. We have our heated steering wheel, as I mentioned. We have our voice commands, our phone button on the right side, and we have our navigation of that digital dash that we talked about earlier, where you can customize the digital dash and get all the information you want. And the last thing with the steering wheel that we will mention is that if you want to change the volume or your track, it's not actually on the steering wheel, it's kind of behind the steering wheel. So on your right side here, we have our volume, and on our left side here, we have our track forward and back, or seeking for our radio. It's actually a really nice spot to be because your fingers kind of pretty much go exactly where those buttons are at any given time, and they have a very solid click feel to them as well. Overall, this interior is fantastic of a design, and I really love it, guys. So moving on from our screen here now, we have some command buttons here as well for our truck. We have our lane keep assist, our engine start stop on and off. We want to toggle that on. We have a power lift gate in this model, so we can toggle that on and off. Our hazard lights, traction control, and our hill descent button here as well. We also have our volume knob over onto our left side here that has a power button, so we can turn it off and on, and a home button stuck right off to it. A really clean, nice, simple design to go with this screen. We also have a little cubby hole up here as well that we can put some stuff behind our screen. Really innovative kind of use of materials and use of storage in this model for sure. Once again, our wood inlay. And then now below, we have a new climate control layout for sure. We have our heated seat buttons right here for both sides, passenger and driver. We have all our commands here, which are physical buttons for our climate, which is awesome. You don't have to go into the I/O and search and look for a certain button. It's all right here. The knobs itself have a really confident click to them. They're wrapped in this nice grippy rubber, so you definitely are not going to miss touching it. Inside the actual dial itself is a digital display that tells you exactly what temperature you have, and it's dual climate, so your passenger can have it nice and hot. If you like it nice and cold, you can switch it back and forth. And on the very far side here, we have two USBs, a normal USB and a USB-C for charging and connecting to our Apple CarPlay or Android Auto if we wish, unless we don't want to do it wirelessly. And over on the passenger side, we do have two glove boxes, one up top and one down below, so lots of storage in the front cabin here. Also, I'll talk about the front cabin here, is that we have these nice inlets around each side of our vents here that really set off the interior that little extra bit here. Like I mentioned, we have our storage and stuff up front, and yeah, guys, Chevrolet really knocked it out of the park with this new interior. The seats in this model are cloth. They are super comfortable. Honestly, they don't feel much different from the previous generation cloth seats for the Silverado, which is not a complaint. They were super comfortable seats as well. You can get leather, you can get them vented. These are heated cloth seats. So you pick your preference of what you want in your truck, which is great. They're super comfortable. They have a nice support to them, and there's no real complaints about these seats at all. And overall, guys, I think Chevrolet has hit it out of the park with this model. I mean, the infotainment screen, the large digital dash, the materials, the wood inlay, the climate control, just everything just works so well. And another nice little touch too is that when you get into the new Trailboss, the whole screen lights up. Your digital dash and your infotainment become one screen, and it has a really cool opening animation with the Trailboss logo and the Chevrolet logo as soon as you start the truck. I think that's a really nice little touch. So yeah, I think Chevrolet has really hit it out of the park with this refresh, and I think it really pushes the Silverado ahead of its competition for sure. So with the front interior out of the way, let's hop into the back seat, see what legroom and headroom we got back there for your passengers, and we'll finish off with a few comments. All right, back seats now. So what can we find in this Trailboss Silverado for 2022 for the back seat legroom? It is absolutely fantastic. I've sat beside myself and I easily have 7-8 inches of legroom. Headroom is fantastic. We have this little cutout here to give us that additional extra space for our passengers back here. We have rear ventilation down below. We have a USB and a USB-C, and we have a 120 volt outlet there as well. So if you want to plug in your laptop or an extra cell phone charger or something like that, it's great. Chevrolet gives you that. We still have that real wood inlay back here as well. LED lights up above, a little tow hook here for hanging up any clothes or anything like that. We got our cloth seating back here as well. Again, carried on from the front. Not heated back here, but that is an option on certain trim levels that we have. We have our nice glass back here, easy visibility out. Overall, a really comfortable spot to be. The leathers are all the same from the front, so super padded back here. We have some storage behind our seats here as well. We have a large cubby hole down here for our cups and anything like that we have. Overall, wouldn't be a bad spot to be if you're a passenger driving in a new 2022 Silverado for sure. So let's hop out, talk about a few last standard features that you will find on the 2022 model Silverado, and finish up our closing remarks. And that is the new 2022 refresh Silverado from Chevrolet. If you're in the market for a new truck, definitely look at this truck, especially in the Trailboss edition, because I think it looks fantastic. You get the extra features and stuff. Amazing looking truck. Definitely get in if you're in the market for a truck. Get inside the interior, drive it yourself. Try the 2.7 liter turbo. You may be actually very shocked at how powerful it actually is and how well it actually performs with towing and especially the fuel efficiency. I know you may be used to your V8 trucks, but seriously, give the 2.7 liter a try. It will maybe change your perspective of what kind of engine you need in your truck going forward. So overall, awesome job from Chevrolet. If you're in the market for a truck, this should definitely be on your short list. I'm Devin from the Make Model Move Group. Thank you, and stay tuned for more automotive content.